Stop. Right now, take a breath. What if every single thing that's happened to you, every heartbreak, every failure, every twist of fate, was meant to happen? That question might feel unsettling, maybe even impossible. Because when life hits hard, we don't think, this is perfect. We think, why me? Why now? This shouldn't be happening. For billions of people across thousands of years, that question has led to pain, resistance, regret. It's the voice in your head when you lose a job, when a relationship ends, when the world feels unfair. But what if there's another way? What if you could meet every challenge, not with anger, not with endurance, but with love? Not just accepting your fate, not just surviving it, but loving it, embracing it, turning it into fuel for your growth. This is Amor Fati, a Latin phrase that means love your fate. It's a radical idea born in ancient Rome, embraced by emperors like Marcus Aurelius, warriors, and philosophers. And today, it's a tool for you to transform how you face life's unpredictability. In this video, we're diving deep into what Amor Fati really means, why it can change your life in 2025, and 3 practical steps to start practicing it today. This isn't just philosophy, it's a mindset shift that's helped me and millions of others find peace in chaos. So grab a notebook, settle in, and let's explore the art of loving every twist in life. Part 1, what is Amor Fati? Let's start with the basics. Amor Fati is Latin for love your fate. Not tolerate it, not grit your teeth and bear it, not overanalyze it until you're paralyzed, but love it like it's the greatest gift life could give you. This idea comes from Stoicism, a philosophy born in ancient Greece and perfected in Rome. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca believed that life is unpredictable, but your response to it is your power. And Amor Fati is their ultimate answer to suffering. It's about saying yes to life, even when life says no. Picture this. You get laid off unexpectedly. A close friend betrays your trust. You receive a health diagnosis that shakes you. Most of us fight reality. We scream inside, this shouldn't be happening. It's not fair. We resist, we regret, we replay what went wrong. But resistance doesn't change reality. It only doubles the pain. Marcus Aurelius wrote, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. Read that again. Your suffering comes not from what happens, but from how you judge it. When you say this shouldn't have happened, you're at war with reality. You're trapped in a cycle of if only and what if. But Amor Fati flips the script. It says, this is happening. How can I make it meaningful? Amor Fati turns fate into fuel, not because pain is fun, not because loss is easy, but because resisting what you can't change is a losing battle. Think about it like a wave in the ocean. You can't stop it from crashing, but you can learn to surf it. Amor Fati is your surfboard. It's the mindset that says, I'll ride this wave no matter how big it is. This isn't about pretending everything's fine. It's about finding freedom and acceptance, not just grudgingly, but joyfully. When you love your fate, you're no longer a victim. You're a creator. Part 2, the power of Amor Fati, a story of rebirth. To understand Amor Fati, let's look at a real story, one that shows its transformative power. It's 1943. The world is at war. A young philosopher named Viktor Frankl is torn from his home and thrown into a Nazi concentration camp. His family is murdered. His life's work, a manuscript he'd poured his soul into, is destroyed. His body is starving. His future is a question mark. Imagine the despair, the injustice, the hopelessness. Most would break. Most would curse fate. But Frankl did something extraordinary. He chose to love his fate, not the suffering, but the opportunity it gave him to find meaning. He wrote later, everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. This is Amor Fati in action. Frankl couldn't control the guards, the hunger, or the horrors around him, but he could control his mind. He could choose how to respond. In the camps, he observed how some prisoners gave up, while others found purpose. He realized that meaning wasn't found in comfort. It was forged in struggle. So he made a decision to use his suffering as a teacher. He imagined lecturing about his experiences one day. He focused on small acts of kindness, sharing a crust of bread, comforting a stranger. He held on to a vision of reuniting with his wife, even if only in his mind. His fate was brutal, but his response was beautiful. Frankl survived the camps. He rebuilt his life, and he wrote Man's Search for Meaning, a book that's inspired millions, not in spite of his suffering, but because of it. This is the Stoic secret. Pain becomes purpose when you embrace it. Loss becomes clarity when you look inward. Chaos becomes wisdom when you stop fighting it. You don't need to face a war to practice Amor Fati. Every day, life gives you chances to love your fate, big and small, a missed opportunity, a harsh critique, a personal setback. Each is a chance to say, this is my path, I'll make it mine. Let's explore how to do that in your own life. Part 3. Why Amor Fati matters in 2025. Why does a 2,000-year-old idea matter in 2025? Because we're living in a pressure cooker. Think about your day. Notifications flood your phone. Emails, messages, reminders. Social media shows you lives that look perfect, making you feel less than. Work demands constant availability, blurring the line between life and labor. A 2024 study found 82% of young adults feel overwhelmed by connectivity, yet lonelier than ever. We're wired but disconnected from ourselves. This is where Amor Fati shines. In a world that's chaotic, unpredictable, and relentless, loving your fate is a superpower. It's the antidote to comparison, anxiety, and regret. When you scroll X and see someone's dream life, Amor Fati says, their path isn't mine. I love my own. When a deadline stresses you out, Amor Fati says, this challenge is shaping me. I'll meet it head on. When life throws a curveball, a breakup, a failure, a loss, Amor Fati says, this is my story. I'll write the next chapter. Science backs this up. A 2023 meta-analysis found that acceptance-based practices, like those in Stoicism, reduce anxiety and depression by up to 25%. Why? Because acceptance frees mental energy. Instead of fighting reality, you channel that energy into growth. Amor Fati isn't passive, it's fierce. It's not about lying down and taking life's punches. It's about standing tall, embracing every hit, and turning it into strength. In 2025, with AI, economic shifts, and global uncertainty, the ability to love your fate is more than philosophy, it's survival. It's how you stay grounded when the world spins. It's how you find meaning when life feels random. But how do you actually do it? Let's break it down into 3 practical habits you can start today. Part 4, how to practice Amor Fati. 3 core habits. Amor Fati isn't a feeling, it's a practice. It's not about waking up one day and magically loving every hardship. It's about building habits that train your mind to embrace life's twists. Here are 3 core habits to make Amor Fati your default mindset. Reframing pain, daily reflection, and finding the lesson in loss. Let's dive into each one with examples to make it real. 1. Reframing pain. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Every setback, every loss, every why me moment is a story you tell yourself. You can't change the event, but you can change the story. Instead of asking, why did this happen to me? Ask, what can I build with this? Instead of saying, this broke me, say, this shaped me. Marcus Aurelius wrote, the obstacle on the path becomes the path. This isn't fluffy positivity, it's trained resilience. Let's make it practical. Say you get harsh feedback at work. Your first thought might be, I'm a failure, I'll never be good enough. Reframe it. This feedback is a tool to improve. It's shaping my skills. Or maybe a relationship ends. Instead of, I'll never find love again, try, this taught me what I value. I'm clear about my path. Reframing doesn't erase pain, it transforms it. It's like a hammer. It can shatter you or it can sculpt you. You choose. Try this. Next time something goes wrong, pause. Write down the event and your default story. Then rewrite it with Amor Fati. How is this moment shaping me? You'll be amazed at how this shifts your perspective. 2nd, daily reflection. Amor Fati is a muscle. You build it through daily practice. The Stoics were masters of reflection. Marcus Aurelius journaled every night, not for fame, but to stay grounded. Reflection turns chaos into clarity. Here's how to do it. Every evening, take 5 minutes to ask 3 questions. What did fate give me today? A challenge, a win, a loss? How did I respond? Did I resist or did I embrace it? What can I love about what happened? What lesson, strength, or insight did it bring? Write your answers. Not for social media, not for anyone else. This is for you, to train your mind to see fate as a partner, not an enemy. For example, today you missed a deadline. Fate, a stressful workday and a missed goal. Response, I panicked and blamed myself. Love, this taught me to plan better and communicate earlier. Or maybe you had a fight with a friend. Fate, a heated argument. Response, I got defensive. Love, this showed me the value of listening and patience. This habit turns ordinary days into training grounds for peace. Epictetus said, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Gratitude sharpens your Amor Fati lens. Try it tonight. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Write, reflect, grow. Over time, loving your fate becomes second nature. 3. Finding the lesson in loss. Not every loss has a silver lining, but every loss has a lesson. When you lose something, a job, a loved one, a dream, it hurts. Amor Fati doesn't deny the pain. It asks you to look deeper. Loss is a mirror. It shows you who you are now. It reveals what matters most. It forces you to choose what to carry forward. Let's say you lose a job. It's painful, it's scary. But ask, what is this teaching me? Maybe it's resilience. Maybe it's the courage to pivot to a new path. Maybe it's a reminder to value yourself beyond a paycheck. Or imagine losing a relationship. The grief is real, but the lesson might be, I learned what love means to me. I'm stronger for it. Amor Fati says, this loss belongs to my story. It's not about pretending it's okay. It's about finding the seed of growth in the ashes. Here's a practice. When you face a loss, write down 3 things it taught you. For example, after a failed project, I learned to manage my time better. I discovered I'm tougher than I thought. I realized I value creativity over perfection. This turns pain into purpose. It's how you honor what was lost, by growing from it. Part 5, your Amor Fati challenge. Amor Fati isn't just a concept, it's a call to action. You don't need to wait for a crisis to practice it. Every day, life gives you chances to love your fate. A delayed flight, a tough conversation, a personal failure. Each is an opportunity to say, this is mine, I'll make it meaningful. Here's your challenge. Start tonight. Grab a notebook or your phone. For the next 7 days, practice these 3 habits. 1. Reframe pain. When something goes wrong, write it down. Ask, how is this shaping me? Rewrite the story with Amor Fati. 2. Daily reflection. Spend 5 minutes each night answering, what did fate give me? How did I respond? What can I love about it? 3. Find the lesson. For any loss or setback, list 3 lessons it taught you. What growth came from this pain? Share your experience in the comments. I'm reading every single one. Did Amor Fati help you see a challenge differently? What's one lesson you found in a loss? If this video resonated, hit the like button, subscribe for more Stoic wisdom, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Let's build a community that doesn't just survive life's twists, but loves them. Amor Fati is your invitation to stop fighting fate and start dancing with it. It's how you turn chaos into clarity, pain into purpose, and life into art. Part 6, closing thoughts. Fate is not your enemy, it's your teacher. You don't need to control everything. You need to love everything. Amor Fati is fierce acceptance. It's joyful resilience. It's radical peace in the face of storms. The next time life throws you a curveball, don't just survive it, love it. Because when you love your fate, you unlock your power. Marcus Aurelius said, accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. Amor Fati isn't just words, it's a way of life. So go out there, embrace your path, shape your story, love your fate. Thanks for watching. Take one step toward Amor Fati today. Stay stoic, stay fierce. See you in the next video.